is being recorded.
Okay, let me explain that what is the use case actually. So the use case is a pretty simple. Say for an example, for a particular application, they don't want to use our CDS blueprint processing layer. So only they want to interact with the networking device or only the device, and that supports only the scripting capability. So they don't want fancy stuff like a resource resolution or handling that CDS or whatever the capabilities that we are developing as a capabilities. Just only they have only a script. Okay, they have only the script, and that script has to execute in on a particular device or some functionality. It has to achieve some functionality. So they want to use the CDS platform only for it's like they want to use only that executor, whatever it's a Py executor or Kotlin or Go or whatever the executor, whether it is coming at a later point of time. Okay. So right now we have a Py executor which can hold a script, only the scripts. Okay, which you can implement the scripts there, and without CDS itself, we need a mechanism to distribute that particular scripts, and as well as we need a mechanism to invoke the particular scripts. Okay, so what CDS at this point, what CDS is going to provide, CDS is just going to provide a distribution mechanism and APIs to receive the request and some functionality to invoke the particular script in a common and generic way in which CDS follows the same practice. Okay, so in that case, we are not going to disturb or we are going to introduce a new process. Only the process, it's like you create a same CBA package, but that is not, we don't have a model there inside that. Only it holds only the scripts, right? And you can distribute that scripts using our CDS infrastructure, okay, with our distribution management and with our bootstrapping logics, okay, completely, so that it can go into the right executor, and right executor can expose a service also, or expose an API, gRPC API, since we have that. From that API, they can invoke the script. That is the concept, right? So the point here is like, it is not at all, it's a model, okay, just only the packaging structure what we follow. Only the packaging structure we follow, and only the packaging, the scripts nature and the package names that we are going to validate that. Other than that, it is not going to have anything. It follows the same Tosca definitions and meta standards. It follows the same thing. But only thing is like it doesn't have any of the workflow, or it doesn't have any of the resource resolution, it doesn't have mappings, okay, altogether completely. That is the use case. Let me pass here to take some questions.
So this use case is just an execution of a single action?
Yeah, execute action. Not a sequence of action. It's like execute one action which implemented only in script.
Right, and that script is only, it's like a single action, right?
Yeah, single action.
Okay, very good. Ahmed, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So let me explain a little bit more. I have a sample, let me explain that, okay? So I have a Py executor, and so this is our CBA. It follows the same CBA pattern, same deployment folders, and all those things. Okay, it goes in the same OPT app, CDS blueprints deploy. So it goes to the same folder. Assume that this is the one CBA. That CBA has just I missed here. Only thing is just I will try to copy one component blueprint model. Only it has a Tosca meta and scripts. Okay, so it will have only the Tosca meta and it will have only the script actually. Okay, so it means like what we are going to have, we are going to define a one more type. Okay, just I'm trying to think, it's like no, that CBA type one more property also I'm trying to define that, but right now don't consider that. Okay, so in this case, what's the thing is So we are going to have the same structure, okay, the same CBA, same thing, only the script, okay, we are going to have a script only inside that. And this script has a, okay, generic functionality. So it uses the same, our blueprint processor, right, as a process API, the gRPC blueprint process API, you could try to see that, the same blueprint process API at the top, and you can implement any function. So in that case, okay, you can distribute the templates, you can distribute the scripts, but without definitions. Okay, here the template is nothing but we are trying to access as a file, not as any other format. Okay, so I can attach a script and then I can put any folder and then attach any content, even it may be a license or it may be security or even more or later point of time it may be an executable or whatever it may be. So which doesn't follow our Tosca modeling standard. So the concept here is like we are not going to model anything, just only the scripts and some high-level information about the CBA, which is going to be in a Tosca meta. You okay?
So just one question. So the entry point will be to the script, right? It won't be to the JSON file anymore.
Yeah, it won't be through any JSON file anymore. Entry point is directly the script. Okay, that just let me explain how it works actually. Okay, so here one client is there. In
and
this
just
case,
one more question I had. That you said that the templates and mappings are not included, or can they be included? Those are the two main questions I have.
No, whatever the definitions that we have, it is not the part of the definition. Only the part, the definition we are not going to have that. But
yeah, no. Because templates is a separate folder, right? In templates you can have
exactly. So you can have a template folder, but we are not using similar to that CDS how we use the templates and mapping file. So it's like a one directory and it's like another directory and another file content. Okay.
Right.
If your Python script needs a particular file, you want access to the file and with the proper location and the file access.
Right. So you do that through the script itself. You don't do it through definition.
Exactly.
So you can have templates, mappings, but the script itself. Okay, got it. So can you explain the entry definition?
Yeah, this entry definition just to understand and to deploy and to understand, because it may be any script or anything. Just we need a mechanism where it has to place and then which folder we need to access and then who is that author, okay, and what kind of nature. So that is the reason we need that Tosca meta entry at a artifact handling level. Okay, so as I explained earlier, so only this file, this meta, we are going to use only to the CBA identification, where I need to place and what is a CBA and what is the content and how I need to manage and what is the version. So that's for that reason we are using this one. Okay, and later point of time, if I define a point or define some type, then entry definitions won't be there. In this case, it's like entry definition. It's not a valid case here. So you can have you can ignore that entry definition, or we can have a entry definition so that we can define as a type also. Okay, directly we can define as a anything. Okay, right now I haven't thought about that. Okay, just I'm trying to think like one property that we can define that defines what is the CBA type. That CBA type, it may be a traditional JSON, or it's like a DSL, or it's like a script. Okay, the script kind of thing. Okay, so it's like we can define a type and then that will be a part of that UI creation itself. So one more property we can add. It's like a template type mostly. Okay, like name, right? We have a tags name version, so we can have a template type itself. So that may be a script or DSL or generic. We can have a generic or a script, or it's like a or anything. We can define it on fly or anytime. Yeah, that definition. You see that advantage for this script for this or necessary.
Yeah, I understand this use case. I see where it could be used. So yes, but it's limited to single action itself. That's the one thing I just wanted to make sure that
Exactly.
that's the assumption.
Exactly.
Otherwise, the entry point would have to support somehow like multiple actions, and it will be more complex.
Yeah. Because no certain use cases, no, they don't want to go for complex modeling. Okay. Only thing is, I have a script, I want to execute that. So
no, this is I understand this. Yep.
So with the CDS, we are providing a platform to distribute and to create and to manage that artifacts and execute that artifacts reusing the. Okay, any issues? Okay, just I will try to define one more type, that template type or name, something like that. And one more along with that, Yuri, I want to understand that whether everyone has migrated or not. The template name and template version they have included as a mandatory field in all CBAs, even internally. Then I can make like that is a mandatory option, template name and versions.
Make it for Frankfurt as mandatory, and I told Sebastian about this already, so he's supposed to do that on his side, and Ahmed and Abdul, I'll let Abdul know for sure that he can do that from his side as well, and Ericsson too. So I'll let them know, but you can make it from your side, and I will announce it on tomorrow's call as well.
Sorry.
And one more type also. Let me define the type today. I don't rush immediately. Okay, let me like the type also, and then we can make the three things as a mandatory also.
Sorry, Yuri.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which feature will be mandatory for Frankfurt? Supporting this from UI or?
No, we're talking about the designer. The template name, template version is a mandatory field.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
Okay, and then also Brenda's going to add one more called template type or something else that will include certain options, and I'm sure it'll have some constraints on those options. Probably. So he'll provide that, and we'll include that. Right now, we have everything defined already. The only thing we're missing is the template type.
Okay, and this reflect this use case reflect to the scripting mode.
It's not. It's another option. It's one more option. Okay, and that option, we basically disable the designer mode, and the only thing that we need is scripts and mapping.
Okay, so
it's everything that we are planning to do is just a subset of what we have today.
Okay.
Okay, because it's using
exactly. Go ahead.
Using Tosca metadata, right, which is the core of everything that we're doing, and then it's using scripting and the templates folder for mapping, for managing all the packaging that is needed for this specific use case.
Okay, in the current design, we have designer mode and scripting mode.
So there will be one additional mode that will support non-Tosca modeling.
Okay.
That only includes scripts and templates, but no designer mode. The designer mode is not supported. The Tosca designer mode is not needed.
Okay.
It's a third option.
Okay.
Okay. So Brenda, so once we have the entry point, right? We know the file. Can you talk about how we know what the blueprint name and version is?
Exactly.
Because that will be the next important thing.
Exactly. So what the thing is like definition, like entry point for the script definition, it's always you should have an abstract script function. Okay, similarly like we define in a component, right? The component implementation we define like abstract script function. So in this script, okay, we need to inherit that abstract script function. So this will become an action. Okay, the sample this is the script name actually. Okay, so the whatever you can have a 10 scripts or n number of scripts inside extends this script function, and this will become an action. Okay, so it has a process, the same method, the process and recover. We have two different methods. Here the real implementation goes. Okay, we are not bothered about what kind of implementation that we are going to get here. Okay, it's up to us. So we can implement any functions inside that. So you can have a recovery, and finally we can have a by streaming send notification. Also, we can send that notifications continuously with the gRPC API. So what it is trying to have, it is trying to expose expose a blueprint process API, and then once it receives, okay, we have utility method. Just let me talk about little bit. I already spoke this implementation already. So we have a generic executor. Okay. So this executor understands from that request the same request response pattern, the same thing. Okay. So from a request and response, okay, we will understand what is the blueprint name and the blueprint version. Okay, in this case, it's like a blueprint name. It's sample CBA and version is 1.0. And action is nothing but the sample script. Okay, this is that action name. Okay, the class name, it's like an action name in this case.
So can you go back to Tosca metadata for 1 second? Because usually so sample script is the action name we're saying. Okay, so can I see the Tosca metadata?
Yeah.
It has the name of the template. It has the version. And the action itself, the client has to know. Okay, all right, that's fine. And the action you have captured in the script itself.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Okay, no problem. And I can I can define any action, right?
Any action or n number of actions. Okay, not only one. You can define any actions and n number of actions inside the script, and then we can reuse that accordingly. So it means like we are not going to have a complex modeling. Everything is like a coding logic. I will handle in the Python script or
Okay. So you're saying that it can have multiple actions even in the script.
Yeah, but it is not orchestrated. It is not orchestrated.
Right. Somebody will have to orchestrate it. Okay. And there is no, I guess the convention of the action we can have the same as what we have today. Okay, that's fine.
So this is a pure dynamic, right? So this is a pure dynamic.
Right. So this is basically a similar way to do what we are doing today in Tosca as well, right? But through coding, through scripts. So this is mainly like for developers if we want to do something quick. Okay, this makes sense. Ahmed, I put you on mute. Do you have any questions on this one?
Okay. For now, no, but I think when we go to implementation, I will need more details. But for now, yeah, I understand the basic idea.
Okay, very good. Brenda, anything else on this topic?
No. Okay. Just to go ahead and then just to put an asterisk on that script action name, so we can have also mapping also later point of time that we can decide that. Okay, just put asterisk there. Right now, the reference on script class name itself by default. If you feel that there is any problem in that, okay.
So you're talking about the inside of the script itself. You want to follow some sort of convention?
Exactly. Some mapping, we want to have that. So in that case, I also define a specific one, and then we can map to internally also. That is also possible. Okay. Just don't want to explain more right now. The mapping is the class name of that Python script or the actual reference based on that corresponding implementation. Okay. Right now, if it is a Python, it is a class name. And we will, if there is any change, then I will let you know.
Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, okay, so very good. I think we can close on this topic. Let me stop recording, and then I'll start recording for the next topic.